Well, hello there, my lovelies. Sorry, I have kind of been MIA. I've just been so busy with life and work and just life and being happy and living it. I hope y'all's had a wonderful Memorial Day weekend. We did. We spent it in Newport. We rented a cute little beach house. I took my daughter and her best friend. It was insane. I'm not going to babble too much. So this video here is going to be especially for Patricia. She sent me an incredible message, 2 of them actually. And she's going through kind of what I went through. And she's trying to find herself. And I know she's going to be amazing. She just sounds like such a strong woman. And she wanted to know how I met Tasolimo. She wants to know how I met my now life partner, Tasso. So let's move aside from everything how I survived my divorce. Let's start with how my life began. I moved out of my home. Like I said, I rented a house. I went and left the retainer fees for my lawyer. First I did the lawyer, then I went to the house that I was going to rent, left my deposit, then I drove to the U-Haul place and I came, and that was it. Like, my ex-husband didn't even talk to me. He just ran in the house and was just throwing my stuff on the lawn, and I was like, oh my god, the neighbors are gonna see this. And I was scared. Oh my god, there's like this old man pulling up in back of me. I hope he's just pulling up because he's gonna take his lunch, because ew, or he's gonna make a phone call, or he's gonna like smoke a cigar or something like that. But anyways, enough of that. So again, I hope I did things right. At least in my heart, I'm at peace, and I think I did. So, on all thought I had. So, this happened in May, and I used to have a nail salon, and I had a lot of customers, clients, friends, sisters, and we kept in touch. And once I moved out of my home, I lost everything, so I was like, oi, what am I gonna do now? So I rented this little tiny house at my friend, and one of the bedrooms I turned into like a little, salon shop, whatever, just, where girls could mellow out and relax. And I posted ads on Craigslist, and one particular lady texted me, and she was like, oh my god, I know friends that have done nails with you, and, you're like the bomb, blah, 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 can you do my nails? And I was like, sure, what time can you come in? She came in like super late, and her phone kept going off and off and off, and I was like, man, her man has her on check. Not the case. I would later find out. So I did her nails on, I think it was a Wednesday. And then the next day, she texted me again, and she was like, oh my god, can you please do my daughter's nails? Like, she's in love with my nails. Can you do her nails? And I was like, sure. So I did the very next day. Her daughter was about 12, 13, I don't know. Her name was Diamond. And I did her daughter's nails, and that was it. Then I remember it was on a weekend, on a Saturday. She's like, you know what? I need a fill. Can I was like, do you need a fill? I just did your nails like days ago. Like, how is it possible? But whatever, money's money, right? So I said, sure. What time can you come? And she said, you know what? I was in a really bad car accident. Is there any way you could pick me up? So I was like, sure, I'll pick you up, no problem. So picked her up. As I'm picking her up, my maintenance light goes on, right? And this is already December. So, mind you, I moved out in May, and then I had an oil change in June, but I took it to Jiffy Lube, and I paid like $300 for an oil change, an air filter, transmission fluid, everything. They just, you need this, you didn't, and me never knowing about crap like this, I was like, all right, let's do it. So I didn't want to do that again. So in September, I needed another oil change. And my daughter was up for her oil change. I still think I had a little bit of leeway in mind, but I said, Julia, ask your dad if he could do my oil change, how much would he charge me? So she said, he said 40. I was like, all right. So when I went to go take him the money, he was like, I hope this is not the first fucking oil change that you've done, since you left, blah, 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 because this was like 6-5 months, what's wrong with you? You got a car. So I was like, oy. I already had it at Jiffy Lube, but they charged me like an arm and a leg, so that's why I'm kind of utilizing your skills. But he's like, how much? And so I told him how much, and it was just like, you're a fucking idiot, you fucking moron, how are you fucking throwing? I mean, every word out of his mouth was fucking, but I needed an oil change, so I was like, can you do it? He was, yeah. So he said, yay. So after the lecture, I left my car. Fast forward December, my customer, as I'm driving to pick her up, my maintenance light goes on, and she heard the ding. She's like, oh, I'm wearing my seatbelt. I was like, I go, it's my maintenance light. Oh my God, I need an oil change. Blah, blah, blah. I go, do you know of anyone? Any like decent people that are out there that are not gonna like rip me off because I ain't got money to give. So she's like, you know what? My mechanic, he's awesome. They've been there for years. It's family owned, trust. So I said, okay, cool beans. She was like, oh, there's something on my screen here. And I'm like, okay, there it goes. It's gone. So she's like, oh, let me find him on Facebook. So I was like, okay. So she showed me a picture, and I was like, there's no way these guys are mechanics. I go, which one's the mechanic? But when I said which one's the mechanic, she was sending him a message through Facebook. Nothing dirty, trust me. It was like, hi, I'm so-and-so's friend. I need an oil change. When can I schedule it? And my number. Which I was like, all right, cool. Cool beans. So I didn't see the picture of, I just saw like 4 guys in one picture and a black and white picture. But it just didn't seem like a mechanic's page, like, not that I went in or anything, but, so, this was Sunday, because Monday, I got a phone call from a number that I didn't recognize, so of course I didn't pick it up, because who does that, especially when you're going through a divorce, and I remember the voice was, hi, I'm Tasso, I'm with Southwest Motors, you want an oil change, it'll run you this much, which by the way, it was less than what my husband had charged me, and, I have openings on Friday if you want to come in, blah, blah, blah. So, it was the most soothing, beautiful voice ever. So, I called him back at my lunchtime, but then it went into voicemail. So, that whole day, we were playing, like, phone tag. And I didn't know his name, of course. I knew kind of, I don't even think he said his first name on the first message. He just said, I'm calling from. So I'm on Facebook and I see someone hit like on one of my pictures, but it wasn't somebody I knew. So I was like, who is this? But of course I didn't know who it was, so I paid no attention to it. So the next morning, he called me on a Tuesday, December 8th, and we finally got to talk, and he asked me, are you the girl in the picture? And I was like, what picture? She's like, you're the one who sent me the message via Facebook. I go, actually, it wasn't me. It was Didi. But, yeah, that's me. And he was like, you're very beautiful. And I was like, okay. Like, now I was like, I go, was that you in the picture with the 4 guys? And he was like, yeah, that was me. I was like, I didn't know which 4 guys they were. There was 2 handsome guys, 1 super duper hot guy, and then a +1. And he's like, you know what? I really can't be on my phone because I'm at work, but can I text you? And I was like, sure. So that whole day we text. And we were just texting, like, about, like, our ages and kids and why are you not wired, divorced, but single, marital status, all that jazz. So, needless to say, at around 5:30, I'm chilling at home because I just got off work, went to the gym, and he texted me and he said, hey, so, you seem like a pretty cool gal. I don't normally do this, but I was wondering, would you like to go out on a date? And I was like, when? And he said, today, if that's not too soon. And I said, not at all. So I jumped out of bed, I got ready, he picked me up at 7:30. I walked out the door. I had roommates at this point, so I didn't want him to, like, open the door and, like, these guys open the door, So I walked out. He, like, was this tall, 6-foot, handsome Greek guy that I was like, yes, he's the hot guy in the picture with the other 3 dudes. And he was walking up to me, and I just extended my arms, and I said, I'm a hugger. And he hugged me, and we were just, from the moment I got in his car, it was like I've known him my whole life. Like, we were joking, kidding around. There was no awkward moments whatsoever. At dinner, he asked about my status, and I said, you know what, I'm going through divorce because of this. What's your story? He told me because of that. And he told me he had 2 beautiful babies that were his universe. And I said, I want to let you know right now that I'm unique. I'm not like other girls. When I say unique, I mean it. I'm not just an act. I don't date. This is like my first date.